How to recognize a high value man. That is what we are talking about today. Hi angels, welcome back to another video. My name is Amira and I teach women femininity and queen consciousness. Today we are discussing the characteristics of a high value man. Okay, now bear in mind this is a very long list, so I've cut it into 3 videos. This is part 1. And in the weeks to come, part 2 and 3 will follow. So if you haven't already, click subscribe and the bell so that you will be notified when those videos are out. Okay, so just to be clear, this is a very long list of characteristics. However, it's not to say that a man should have all of these. It is up to you. It is your personal preference, okay? So for me, I've compiled this list in 2 main sections. However, the characteristics are mixed up within each other, okay? So the first set of characteristics is characteristics or traits I look for in a man on his own as an individual. And the second set of characteristics is the man, how he is with me and within our relationship. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the first characteristic. The first characteristic of a high value man is that he has a strong character, meaning he can thrive in high pressure situations. Okay, he doesn't buckle under the pressure, he doesn't feel pressurized, he doesn't feel stressed out. Obviously, anyone is susceptible to stress, but what I mean is he can handle it. He knows how to conduct himself, he knows how to handle his emotions, he knows how to handle a stressful, high pressure situation. And that's extremely important because as a woman, we want to know that it doesn't matter what comes up in our lives, our man can handle it. The next characteristic is he takes care of his health. For me, this is extremely important because I value my health, okay? I make sure that I eat good food. Well, I try to most days. I make sure that I work out every single day. If not every single day, at least 4 to 5 times per week. I make sure that I drink water. I make sure that I go to the doctor for checkup. I keep my teeth healthy, my skin, my hair, my nails, all of these things are important to me, and my overall health, emotional health, mental health, all of these things I value. So I'm looking for someone who has the same mentality, somebody who values his own health, his physical health, his emotional health, his mental health. All of these things are important to him as well. The next characteristic is he has long-term goals and a vision for his life. This is extremely important unless you are dealing with a dusty, someone who has no ambition for his life. In most cases, a man will have a long-term vision and goals for his life, where he wants to be in 5 years, in 10 years, in 15 years, the things he wants to accomplish with his life and the goals he sets for his life. Obviously, it will differ from person to person, but the important thing is he has those goals in place, and even if those things have not materialized yet, he is working towards them. He has a plan and he is making and taking the steps every single day to get closer and closer to his goals every single day. Okay, unless he's old already and he's still talking about his dreams and his visions and his goals, then you need to run very, very, very far away, because this man, he's old already. What has he been doing for his entire life that he is still not accomplished anything? So just keep that in mind. The next characteristic is he has self-discipline. Self-discipline is extremely important because how do you accomplish your goals, your dreams, anything in life without self-discipline? If you just go about life every single day doing what you want, waking up when you want, working on your goals if you want to, if you feel like it, working out if you want to, if you feel like it, those things are not going to get you anywhere. You need to cultivate self-discipline in your life so that you can maintain habits that are healthy for you and habits that become your lifestyle. Okay, I've spoken about this before. Your habits become your lifestyle. So if you cannot maintain simple habits that keep you on a route to success, you are not going to have a successful life. It's that simple. So I make sure that he has self-discipline. The next characteristic is assertiveness. You don't want a man who cannot stand up for himself or what he believes in. You don't want somebody who can be easily taken advantage of, somebody that other people step over, he's a pushover, that kind of thing. No, you need an assertive man that knows how to stand his ground, that knows when to speak up if he has to, and that isn't afraid to voice his opinion. The next characteristic is independence. This is extremely important. Independence comes in a lot of forms, but in this case, I'm talking financial independence specifically. Okay, financial independence, because I don't want somebody who's still living with his mother, someone taking money out of his mother's purse to throw petrol in his car. I don't want a man who is not independent, who is not self-sufficient. Okay, you need to stand on your own feet if you want me to take you seriously. You need to have your own goals, your own money, your own job, your own business, your own whatever. Okay, I don't respect people who will take things from other people or use other people, or who doesn't make a conscious effort to make his own money. Okay, so independence, specifically financial independence. Don't entertain men who live with their mother and take money out of their mother's purses. No. Obviously, unless he's living with her for a specific reason, maybe his house is under construction, or maybe they are renovating at his house and now he's staying with his mom temporarily, that is a different situation. I'm talking about someone who's never moved out of his mother's home. He lives there and that is his life. Okay? So be careful of that. Also, with independence comes self-reliance and self-sufficient. Okay, he needs to be self-reliant and self-sufficient, because that means he can take care of himself. He doesn't depend on anyone else to do anything for him. He knows how to take care of himself, and he is capable of taking care of himself. Because if he cannot take care of himself, then he cannot take care of you. The next one is he is responsive to my needs. Now, this one is a very, very important one, because if you have somebody who doesn't respond to your needs, you are going to run into a lot of problems later down the road. Okay, what I mean is he can be coached. If you tell him, you know what, I'm not feeling well today, what is going to make me feel good is a nice cup of tea and a foot rub. If you tell him that once, and he continues to do that over and over again every time you are not feeling well, he is coachable and he is responsive to your needs. Okay, if he knows, for example, it is your moon time, your period, and you are feeling a bit PMSy, and he knows that you like to have chocolate on your period, and he brings a chocolate for you every time you are on your period, he is responsive to your needs. Okay, so it simply means that you don't need to explain to him the same thing over and over again. You don't need to keep asking him for the same thing over and over again. Okay, even if it's something like, I don't like it when you leave your clothes on the floor. Okay, if you can just put your clothes in the washing basket, and if he continues to do that, he continues to put his clothes in the washing basket, you don't need to keep asking him to do that. He is responsive to your needs. Okay, he is coachable, so he continues to listen to you, and he does the things that you require of him without you having to nag him for it. Isn't that a dream? I know, I want that too. Next one is he makes it clear that you are his woman. There is nothing more attractive in a man that claims you as his woman. Okay, so you get two types of men, or three types, let's say. The first type is when you are out in public with him and he when he sees other women checking him out, he will either pretend to be on his own. So he has nothing to do with you. He won't look at you. He won't hold your hand. He won't have anything to do with you. That's the first type of man. The second type of man is he acts indifferent. He acts like he doesn't care, like he doesn't see these other women checking him out. He just goes about his normal things, doing what he does. And the third type is the type that actually claims you as his woman. He will hold you closer. He will put his hand behind your back. He will hold your hand. He will whisper something in your ear. He will make sure that the other woman in the room or the other women that are checking him out or making advances at him knows that you are his woman. And he doesn't only do this around women, he does this around men too. Now, sometimes that can come from a place of jealousy. So you need to be careful of that it's not a jealous, possessive type of energy, but more so he's claiming you as his woman, a protective energy. Okay, next characteristic is he is interested in growing and evolving. He is consciously making efforts every single day to grow and evolve and become a better version of himself. He's improving on his appearance, he's improving on his businesses, on his work, on his lifestyle, on everything. He is improving every single day, as you should as well. So that is improving and evolving every single day, making sure that you are a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday. The next characteristic is that his gifts reflect me and not him. Now, sometimes, ladies, you will find that when a man gives you a gift, sometimes it's not about you. It is about them. So they will gift you something that they would like you to have instead of what you would like to have. Okay, so sometimes you will really like a handbag or a pair of shoes or something, maybe jewelry. Maybe that is what you would like to receive. But maybe he will give you something that he feels he wants you to have. Like he will buy you a jacket because he thinks it will look good on you. Even though it is not your style, it's not maybe even your size, maybe it's not even something you would consider buying for yourself. Okay, so that's just a small example, but his gifts reflect him and not you. That is a problem. You want somebody who really pays attention to you, pays attention to your likes and your dislikes, what you really want, and that's the gifts he gives you, the things that you want. Okay, and the next one is he invests in the relationship, but without losing himself. Okay, so he gives to you, he spends time with you, he makes sure to put you first in his life. However, he doesn't lose himself in the process. Okay, his life doesn't fall to pieces without you in the middle. Okay, he makes time for his business, he makes time for himself, he keeps his health in check, he makes sure he still takes care of himself and his needs, and he puts you first as well. Okay, so he invests in the relationship without losing himself, and that is extremely important. So if you want to attract a high value man, and if you want a high value man in your life, you need to be a high value woman. If you haven't watched my video on how to be a high value woman, you can check it out right here. If you haven't watched my latest upload, you will find it right here. Please subscribe to my channel by clicking the round icon right here. And thank you for watching. I will see you in the part 2 of this video. Bye.